It's been the talk of mariners' tales for decades, the stuff of urban legends. It's the Bermuda Triangle, the region of the Atlantic Ocean defined by South Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. And for years, no one could figure out why ships disappeared within the triangle or were mysteriously sunk. And even a fleet of 5 Navy bombers simply vanished while flying over the area back in 1945. Speculation has ranged from angry aliens to strange magnetic forces. But now, scientists in the UK say they've found the answer. To talk more about this, I'm joined by Simon Boxall. He's Associate Professor of Oceanography at the University of Southampton. He joins me from there today. Sir, thank you for your time. We're waiting with bated breath. What's the conclusion?
Well, actually, it's not a surprise, really. And of course, the aircraft can't be explained this way. But this is an area that suffers from things called rogue waves. Rogue waves occur in areas where you get 2 or 3 storms that come together. And the waves effectively add up. And it means that every so often out of the blue, you get a 30-meter wave that can cause, obviously, extensive damage to any shipping in the area. And these things occur in other parts of the world as well, not just the Bermuda Triangle. And actually, we could extend the Bermuda Triangle to bigger and bigger triangles until you pretty much encompass the entire ocean. So these waves do occur because we get storms coming across the Atlantic, the sort of tropical storms that eventually turn to hurricanes. We get storms off the Grand Banks. And where these come together, then we start to get these super waves. But it's not just that. People talk about magnetic anomalies. There aren't really any magnetic anomalies in this area. There are magnetic anomalies, but they're about 1,000 miles south of the triangle. And then you get the big reason really is down to humans. And if you look at the number of private vessels that are registered in the sort of Bermuda Triangle area, they account for almost 1/3 of all private vessels in the United States. And a 2016 report from the US Coast Guard Agency showed that 82% of accidents and incidents involving private vessels in this area were down to inexperience or no training. So 82% of people had no training. So it's about people as well as these great waves. So there is a mystery, but it's a solvable mystery.
Well, and kind of anticlimactic, if I must say.
I'm sorry.
I was hoping for like a sea monster or something.
I mean, there's always the thing about the aircraft. And actually, what people don't realize that when those bombers disappeared, it was actually a training flight. So inexperienced people, and you do get some really odd weather patterns in that area. So combination of weather and human error explains many of the instances.
Okay, so, and we have less than 30 seconds. Why did it take so long to figure out and tell people?
Because it spoils a good story. You know, we have the Loch Ness Monster. I get so many pictures of people who said they've spotted the Loch Ness Monster on sonar, and it's not. So people want to believe in this, and why not?
Indeed.
Keep the mystery going.
Indeed. Simon, good to have you on. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Simon Boxall, dream crusher with the University of Southampton, joining me today. Thank you for your time.